Storm Tracker 6. This is Forecast First, sponsored by Auto Owners Insurance. Simple human sense.
Satellite and radar continues to show dry weather and a lot of sunshine across the entire lower peninsula this evening, and we are still going to stay incredibly sunny as we move throughout the next few hours. Temperatures are beginning to cool down. We're at 48 degrees in Charlotte, 50 our current temperature in Jackson, and 49 our current temperature in Lansing and Mason. We will continue to cool down as we go throughout the overnight hours with cloud cover increasing across the area. We could have a few patches of fog developing early tomorrow morning ahead of our next chance for rain. 6 News at 5:30 starts right now.
WLNS is here for you with 6 News at 5:30.
Thank you for joining us. I'm Siobhan Klepfer. Let's start the clock in our first 6 minutes of news, and we begin tonight in Kent County, where Michigan State Police are investigating a possible case of arson following a fire that destroyed 2 businesses. The fire happened Sunday night in a building that housed a hair salon and a tattoo parlor. Both businesses were owned by one family. As firefighters battled the flames, the building's roof collapsed and one firefighter was injured. However, he was treated and is now back on the job. The Grand Rapids Fire Department says while they're waiting for state police to finish an analysis, the fire does not appear to have been an accident. In Detroit, a 13-year-old is back safe with their family after an alleged kidnapping on Monday. Police say the teenager from Garden City met a man on social media from Detroit who is in his 40s. They say after the two met in person, the man took the teenager to a home in Detroit. The child was able to contact a family member who then called police. Officials say when they got there, the man shot himself with a gun. He survived. He is now in a hospital in critical condition. The teenager was not injured.
Good. Come here. You're good. You're good. Nope. No, come here. You're good. You're good.
Well, this was the scene on February 17th when a Macomb County Sheriff's deputy rescued a dog tied to a burning house. While the dog's owner waited in a deputy's vehicle, one of the deputies ran to the dog and was able to free him from his tether and reunite them. The home was destroyed in the fire, but both people who live there and the family dog are safe.
We do so we have
While that might look like a person having a medical episode, police say this was a distraction so another person could steal bulldog puppies from this pet store in Colorado.
Hey, what are you doing? Hey, no, stop, stop, stop!
The store sells the puppies for around $4,300 a piece. The suspects were able to get away with 2 of the dogs. One of them, though, was returned after a woman bought the puppy from a street vendor and then contacted police, having recognized them from news coverage. In Paris, a young American woman is accused of throwing a newborn baby out of a second-floor hotel window, killing the child. It happened on Monday. Rescuers tried to save the baby, but the newborn died at a hospital. The woman was traveling with a group of people through Europe. Police say they're considering the possibility of pregnancy denial, a condition in which a woman remains unaware of or in denial about her pregnancy. In the West Bank today, Palestinian journalists covering an Israeli military operation say the soldiers fired tear gas canisters at them. In this video posted by the Palestine Post, a soldier can be seen behind a military vehicle and firing the canister. Israeli tanks moved into the West Bank on Sunday for the first time in decades. Palestinian authorities are calling it a dangerous escalation. Israeli officials say troops will remain in parts of the territory for a year, and tens of thousands of Palestinians who have left cannot return. Well, there is a shakeup happening at Starbucks after sales fell last year. The coffee giant is cutting down its menu and its corporate staff, laying off 1,100 workers today. The CEO says it will not affect any in-store positions, but the company is reducing its food and drink menu by 30%. Those changes begin next week. CBS News Money Watch correspondent Kelly O'Grady says it's all part of a reboot called Back to Starbucks.
Now, part of the problem is longer wait times, but many consumers have also turned away due to increased prices. I mean, we know people are worried about inflation, so that makes it harder to justify a $6 latte.
Coffee prices have risen 23% since the start of the year, and since 2020, the average price of a pound of coffee is up nearly 70%. The increase is partly due to drought and flooding in Brazil and Vietnam, 2 countries that produce more than 50% of the world's coffee. Back here in Michigan, Apple announced on Monday that it's going to open a manufacturing academy in Detroit. The company did not provide the exact location for the academy or say how many jobs will be created. Apple says the academy will offer free online and in-person courses. The curriculum will focus on teaching workers skills and project management. Apple launched its first developer academy in Detroit in 2021 in collaboration with Michigan State University. The academy allows students to learn business, coding, and design by using Apple tools. Up north, Kuwaitan casinos are planning to reopen all 5 locations over the next few days. They've been shut down since a ransomware attack on February 9th struck the Sault Ste. Marie tribe of Chippewa Indians. The Sault Ste. Marie casino is first on the list to reopen. It's expected to do so tomorrow.
Command engine start. 2, 1, ignition.
In the Texas desert today, Blue Origin launched its 10th space flight with a crew of people aboard. 6 people paid Jeff Bezos' space flight company for a trip aboard the New Shepard capsule into suborbital space. The capsule safely touched down after its 10-minute flight. And speaking of outer space, today scientists almost fully ruled out a threat of impact from asteroid 2024 YR4. At one point, the odds of a strike in 2032 were about 3%, making it the top of the list for possible asteroid hits. But now, the European Space Agency, puts the odds at 0.001%. NASA says it's 0.00227%. The asteroid is about 130 feet to 300 feet across. And ending our first 6 minutes of news, hikers in Switzerland on Friday got a rare look inside ice caves that formed inside a glacier. Melting water carved out the tunnels, and then they're made larger by warm air currents. But the moving water and falling ice can be deadly.
Hey, it's the first time I'm here.
Yeah.
My first feeling, intuition, when I was in this big one here, I thought, it's a door to a parallel world. And if you go very, very deep, you might never come back.
Yeah, I mean, almost, right? Well, more than half of the glaciers in the Alps are in Switzerland, where temperatures are rising by around twice the global average because of climate change. I almost wanted to say, like, don't speak too loud while you're inside, just in case, you know?
I was just going to say, he was way too casual.
Yeah.
Just saying that you'll never come back kind of idea that popped into his head.
Yeah, beautiful, though, really neat.
Yeah. We've had some beautiful weather, Siobhan, for
Oh,
the past few days. We are still going to be very spring-like with temperatures tomorrow, but we will add in the chance for precipitation, too.
Okay, we can't complain.
Not at
We've
all.
been spoiled. Your full forecast